So someone mentioned how a lot of these pro black men are full of shit and they actually do like YT women. A lot of them are predators, which men, regardless of what label or organization they align themselves with, happen to be predators, obviously religious. We know that based on every pope, pastor, we know that. But she said a lot of them actually do like YT women and other races of women. Now, make no mistake, when it comes to experimenting and dibbling and dabbling in different types of women, all men are going to want to do that because they're curious and they're sex addicts and they like variety. Variety is the spice of life. Again, it's like food or clothing. Men will buy a few pairs of sneakers and after a while they want the new sneaker that comes out. Or you don't want to eat pizza every day. Sometimes you want shrimp. Sometimes you want steak. So that's just more so about the sexual variety. So yes, they like all women and coochie. When it comes to sex, they do not discriminate. But they don't actually like YT women. Don't mistake sexual attraction for like. They fuck dead bodies. So no, they don't like YT women. They like to fuck YT women. They like to use YT women. They all want to try a woman of each race sexually, but all men care about their bloodline. And they care about their bloodline a whole lot. Their legacy. So if it's a white man, he's most likely going to want white children. If it's a Hispanic man, he's most likely going to want Hispanic children. And depending on the type of Hispanic it is, he's going to have his preferences. Asian men, depending on the Asian as well, because we know Chinese, Koreans, Japanese, Vietnamese, they're all different, right? So every man wants a purebred bloodline. They want their children to be purebred. So Italians want an Italian child. Haitians want Haitian children. So to all men, majority of men, biracial is a disgrace to the bloodline and weakens their genes. Biracial is not pure. They literally view us as dogs, like dog breeding. Oh, you're a half breed, you're a mutt. One of my best friends, she's Puerto Rican, Italian, Irish, and German, and everybody would call her a mutt. That's how they see us. Even though we're all technically mutts because of all the graping and the generations of breeding plantations and just how much has happened. Like, even me, I did my ancestry, and I think 5 generations, 6 generations down, I have a black granddaddy, great, 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 great one, but I got a black granddaddy. Ronda Rousey looks like me, and I believe her great grandfather was like Trinidadian and one of the first black doctors in the United States. So yeah, we're all eventually mixed up. It just depends on who you have children with and then who your children have children with. And that is what they care about. That is why a lot of men are against interracial dating and breeding, because of the bloodline. And depending on who your children and grandchildren have children with will greatly depend on your genes and your bloodline. It's the same way they breed dogs. It's the same concept, but it is eugenics. So if a man is black, he's going to want black children. Now, if he's rich, he's going to want children from all different races. But a lot of black men don't even care if they have money or not. They just want to populate as many women as possible, continuing on their legacy without having to work too hard or earn much. So they have no incentive or desire to do better or become better or make more money when they're already reproducing and fulfilling their legacy without it. They could care less about the well-being of the mother or the children. It's all about the population, their legacy. That's it. Yes, they like to lie and pretend that they prefer YT women to spite black women because they feel rejected. It's like when a dude asks for your number and you reject him and he says, fuck you, you ugly anyway. I mean, you were just trying to talk to me. They're just saying anything to hurt black women because they feel rejected and unloved. And then a lot of them have a lot of self-hatred because they live in extremely racist regions of the country where you kind of have to conform to whiteness to fit in or even just survive. So the traumas of racism, especially generational traumas of racism, have caused a lot of them to want to align themselves with whiteness and detach themselves from blackness. So yes, there are a lot of self-hating black men who project that self-hatred onto the women that create them. And they wouldn't be here without black women. Like, you wouldn't exist if a black woman didn't give birth to you. So how dare you? So for them to bash or hate a black woman is really them just also hating themselves. Because you came from a black woman. A black woman literally created you. You are a black woman's creation. So if you hate black women, then you hate you. Message. But they actually cannot stand YT women. We age faster. They don't find us as attractive. And they overall just see us as weaker. They see YT women as weaker. We are the weaker prey. We are the low-hanging fruit. And of course, they do not want to water down their bloodline or their black genes. Same with whites. Now, there are some YT men who will intentionally breed, or even YT women, with black people in order to keep their genetics strong, to absorb the black genes into their bloodline. They want to take some of the black genetics so they can continue their race, like Kirby. They want to absorb the black genetics to create a stronger white race, because white is a recessive gene. White is recessive, which comes with shorter lifespans and more health issues. So that would be the only reason a white man would reproduce a child that isn't white, because again, most men want purebred children. And the same goes for some white women. They do the same thing. Most white women are not this educated on genetics, reproduction, the way men are. And this isn't common knowledge that we're taught in school. This is something men are highly aware of, because this is exactly how men choose a mother of their child. Men breed intentionally. Women breed because they fell in love. So I would say a lot of YT women are just being duped and tricked and don't fully know what they're getting themselves into. So I don't think the YT women are as intentionally trying to absorb black genetics the way YT men do when YT men breed with black women. And I hate to say breed, but this is how they see it. They see us as dogs. We are birthing people. I mean, they tell us how they feel about us. So another reason black men will target YT women is because they want to do to YT women what YT men have done to black women. Kind of like spite and revenge. It's a form of reparations. That's why a lot of black men will sex traffic YT women and abuse them and try to treat them the way that they feel YT men have treated black women. This is why Charleston White said he used to essay and grape YT women. And he said, well, why not? That's what the YT men were doing to our women. But no, most black men consider YT women to be whack. They don't like majority of YT women. And to be quite honest, as a YT woman, in society, I would say majority of people don't like us. That's why they made skinny the beauty standard, and they made white hair and European features the beauty standard, and brainwashed society to see YT women as the most attractive, to accommodate for white women's insecurities and inferiority complex. Because YT women know they're the least desirable in comparison to all other types. So just like YT supremacy, they had to brainwash you that YT is superior, and that includes the woman's beauty as well. My grandmother is from Argentina and she's Hispanic, so I happen to be blessed with certain features that a lot of YT women have to get plastic surgery.